Good morning. You are live. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. And I don't really even care. I don't even know how many people gonna come, if any, maybe nobody. It's been so long. I have my new phone and I'm sitting it up, and I'm just trying something out this morning because I did not wake up to be mediocre. There has been so much going on in the real world. We just had Donald Trump attempt assassination, or not, allegedly, and in my opinion. It could have been, but then again, it couldn't have been. But thank God for grace and mercy. And my condolences go out to the families of the two people that did. Well, the one person, my condolences go out to that one innocent person, family that lost their lives. Um, people are so just, I don't want to say, I don't know the right word to say. I don't know if it's crazy, delusional, whatever it is, but we are living in a climate right now to where it's just it's just best not to say anything or do anything to, I don't know, to make the masses upset. My pastor talk about it all the time, like with road rage and how you be driving. If somebody want to pass you, let them pass them, let them pass you, because when you get to the red light, they're going to be to the red light as well. And it's just crazy. It's just so crazy how things are in this world right now. And the assassination attempt, and it's like it's like the United States is going to hell with gasoline underwear on. I used to hear the old people say that all the time. This country falling apart. It really is. I always hear people talk about the black and the brown. I don't talk about the brown. I talk about the black, because the brown, sometimes, everybody issue is on our backs. Everybody issue is on our backs, and everybody wants to come for us. Everyone wants to come for the black people, even the black people coming for each other. And if we do not stand together, united we stand, divided we fall. And there's enough, my great grandma used to say, it's enough room in the world for every single person that's in the world. It's enough room for everybody. And you know what? There's enough money out there for everybody, that we don't have that crab like mentality. And that's our issue as black people. We have that crab in the barrel mentality. If you're doing it, there are so many people that's doing the same thing, but I might like how you're doing it better than I like the way the next person. But I'm not going to down that next person because that person is doing it. I'm not going to do that, because I never seen Lamborghini go against Rolls Royce. If you have the money to buy a Lamborghini, buy your Lamborghini if that's what you want. If you got the money to buy a Rolls Royce, buy. If you got money to buy both of them, go ahead on and buy both of them. Why talk about, oh, I don't like Lamborghini because Lamborghini this and Lamborghini that? No, you don't down someone else to build yourself up. And I see so much of that. And I have shied away from a lot of things and a lot of people because I can't stand that talk, building up one person, then downing another people or a set of people to uplift someone. And that's a false sense of security. I want to be exalted by God. And when God exalts me, then I know there is no devil in hell. There's no man, woman, boy, girl on this earth can take me down, because God put me up there. And I have been gone away from, I no, I can't even say I've been in the streets. I have visited one or two. I visit one or two at the most channel, maybe three channels, and stop in and look and hear what. But my attention span is so short. I have a real short uh attention span and my diet for bullshit is so limited. And so I can't listen to a lot of stuff. I can't get into, I don't indulge, I don't put that in my spirit. I just got off the phone with a friend and she was saying, how people come and people go, and that, that's their prerogative. They can do whatever they want to do. But I've always said this channel here, if it ain't but one person just stop, look, and listen, then it's okay. It's okay, because this is my way of whatever I got in my heart, whatever is in my spirit. I'm gonna release that, because I have learned, and I am learning, worrying does not solve today's problems. It Worrying does not say solve today's problems. It take away from today's peace. And what happened yesterday? That's yesterday. If I did not figure it out yesterday, and if it's so detrimental that it's going to spill over in today, I'm not going to fret about it. God has me in the palm of His hand, and I'm learning that God did not give me a spirit of worry. He did not give me a spirit of doubt. He did not give me a spirit of frustration, aggravation. He did not give me that kind of spirit. He didn't give me a spirit of fear. He didn't put all those negative spirits in us that we exhibit. So I'm learning to walk away from people and situations that threaten my peace of mind, my self respect, my values, my morals, and my self worth. I have affirmations written all over. I have an affirmation board that I look at in the morning. When I sit at my desk, I look at my affirmation board, and sometimes I read all of them. I mean, most of the time I just focus on the ones that I need for that moment. And sometimes I write myself like little notes, uh when I'm not feeling my best, when I'm not feeling um none of us are worthy. And sometimes I feel it. I feel like, Lord, I'm just not worthy of this beautiful day, but I thank you for this beautiful day, even though I am not worthy of it. I thank you for it. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna do the best I can just for the day, because this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and I will be glad in it. I will be joyful in it. I will maintain my peace in it. A lot of people say happy. I will be happy in it. Happiness is predicated on what's happening. If you ain't got something happening, then you just not, you just going with the flow. Happiness is, all my bills got paid. Oh, I'm so happy. But what about when them bills can't get paid? How you feeling then? You done lost your peace. You done lost your joy. You done lost your happiness. It has to be something happening for us to be happy. And I'm sitting here this morning and I'm thinking, I was just on the phone with a friend. And I said, my sis Mildred got me a new phone, and she said, and I had this other phone, and I was like, a free phone. It was this free government phone. And they give you so many minutes. And I talk too much. Me and my friends, me and my people, we talk too much for me to get just 1,000 minutes. I would always have to buy more unlimited minutes. And it got to the point to where the phone would not hold a charge. I had to bend the cord all kind of way just for the phone to charge. And, cause I'm being cheap, my friend sent me this phone months and months ago. And I said, no, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. And one day the phone, I did not charge the phone, because I had to put the wire all kind of way to get it charged. And I said, oh, I have enough time. And then And then I was working it, and the cord, it just would not hold a charge. And then all of a sudden, it just went out with all my information, everything on it. So, and I said, Lord have mercy, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because, I'm a diva on a budget, and I can't be spending money, just go out and say, oh, I'm going to get a new phone. Oh, I'm going to get this phone turned on. Just like I said, I'm a diva on a budget. So, I had no other choice. I had no other choice. I had to go to one of the carriers, get my phone turned on, and it put me in a little bind. But I said, thank God for grace and mercy, because I don't understand a lot of things, but a lot of things is not for my understanding. And when things happen, I am a child of God. I am a true child of God, and I am a believer in the word of God, and I'm a believer in the ways of God. God said, lean not to thy own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge, 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 acknowledge. And when that part, I used to get upset when things happen, and then I'd be crying and arguing with God, get mad with God, be fussing at God. You see this happening to me? You know I ain't got the money to do this. Lord, you know I want this. And but God would just be sitting there, be talking about, child, please, I got this. But I'm going to just sit here and wait till you finish with that old temper tantrum that you're throwing. So I had to get the phone turned on the day before 4th of July. So I got the phone turned on July the 3rd. And it did put me in a little bind. It put me in a strain. And I just did not see a way out. It got me all discombobulated. So I said, Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to do what it is that I don't know what I'm going to do and how to do it. So I had a bill that I had to pay. The bill was late. Um, in the midst of all of that, having to get the new phone, go to pay my rent, and something said, check your debit card. So I just called to check my debit card. Someone has compromised my card. So now, when I call Wells Fargo, they tell when I'm calling Wells Fargo to check my account, and then the automatic teller said, "Let me get you in contact with a representative." So I talked to the representative. She said, "Oh, Miss Gray, your card, did you charge um $99.89 to Instagram?" I said, "No, I don't shop on Instagram. I don't do Instagram. Instacart." I said, "No, I don't do Instacart. $99?" She said, "Yeah, $99 were posted to your account. It did not go through because the card is locked. You have the card locked." So I said, okay. So what is it that I'm supposed to do? She said, "Ma'am, what I would suggest that you get a new card, because if you allow this card to be unlocked, the transaction is going to go through." She said, the transaction didn't go through, it just stopped your card." So I say, okay. So now I gotta wait. This is on the what was it? I think it was on like the fourth, the fifth, the fourth, and the fifth, the last day that I can pay my rent. So I'm calling, and when I called, she said, "Well, ma'am, we can send you a card out." I say, "What, 5 to 7 business days?" And by this being a new phone, everything is on the old phone. So just imagine my frustration, because I am not computer savvy. I'm not these new phones and all these different setups on the phone. So I go in and try to change everything over now, because the old phone is out. I can't charge it. I can't do anything with the old phone. All my information that's saved, I gotta wait 5 business days before I can get in the old phone to get everything transferred over to the new phone by using my email address and everything. So, oh, my rent was late. Oh my God. $30 late fee, $5 for each day that it's late. So just imagine me having to pay all of that. And then my card is late from 5 to 7 business days. And I'm going to tell you the works of God. I got upset, but thank God for grace, mercy. Thank God for people, not people. Thank God for this person. Thank God that I have the people in my life that I have in my life. Rent got paid, had to pay the late fees, everything. As soon as I said, you know what? My rent is going to get paid. Everything is going to fall into place the way that God will have them to fall into place. Because in Jeremiah 29:10, he said, for I know the thoughts that I have towards you, thoughts of peace. So God had a plan already. While I'm going through it, figuring out, trying to how I'm gonna do this, God had already paved the way because He is the way. And I appreciate what God did. And that just made my belief a little bit stronger because in the month of June, my patience, my I was just at a place, a low place that I had stopped going to church. I wasn't listening to church. I just wanted to have my own way. I felt like I wanted to revert back, give up, do everything. And, I had phone calls from the pastor. I had phone calls from members of the church. Where you at? What's wrong with you? You know better. They give you word. They gave me words of encouragement. They gave me words of comfort. And, pastor was sending me little things, some days he would send me something, just to lift my spirit because my spirit was just like, and so I made a promise to myself. I made a vow to myself. In July, I was gonna go back to church, and so I went back first Sunday. I went back, and we had um, we had Vacation Bible School, and it was, oh man, it was amazing. It was really really good. Um, It was really good, and I felt like it was something that I needed. And before one session, a young lady and I were talking, and a lot of things that we were just sitting there having conversation before, class started, before the session started, and I guarantee you, and I promise you, the things that we were talking about, just me and her having this normal conversation, we spoke about it in class, and she would turn around with me. She said, "I'm going home." She said, I'm leaving because everything we talking about it now. So that was not only confirmation for her, that was also confirmation for myself. And I thank God for that. And I didn't go to church this last past Sunday because they were celebrating. We were gonna we they were in church late, and I don't like, being in church late because I tell you, my attention span is it's not that great. And I don't know, um my attention span is not that good. And after I done heard the word and have not eaten anything in the morning, maybe pick up a boiled egg or something in the kitchen at church, and a cup of coffee, I'm ready to go after the benediction has been given. But they were celebrating the kids. We have people that's going away to college. One going to Bethune Cookman, and one's going to Florida A&M. And then we got some people going into the 11th grade. Some going into high school. Some going into middle school. Some going into elementary school. And they were celebrating all the kids. And celebrating the kids is a great thing. But I just, as I say, my attention span is not that good, and I just did not want to sit there and listen at all of that. But I'm proud of all the children, and I'm proud especially of the two graduates that's leaving to go to FAMU, yay yay rally, and the ones who's going to Bethune Cookman Wildcats, yay, that's my daughter alma mater. But I have been away from YouTube for a while, and I said, I just don't want to do it no more. It's just not fun. It's just not exciting for me. I just don't get it. But now, however, now I see, it's okay to feel like that. It's just not okay to lay down and pull a cover over your head because, I don't know what God plan is for me. He said, I know the plans that I have for you. So whatever God plan is for me, I know it is good. And I know if God deemed me worthy of that, then who am I to say that I am not worthy of the plan that God has for me? I am exactly where I need to be. God knows exactly where I am. So, I rather have God, and I'm going to listen to God. I am going to follow the instructions, the directions, and the ways of God. Everything God has for me is on the way to me right now. And I am open to receive it. I am grateful to God for each and everything that He has for me. So, in saying all of that, I will be coming back on. And it is in the middle of the day. Oh, the view is on right now, and I want to hear what the view got to say for the day. So, in the meantime, and in between time, if anybody just wander on to this page, nonsense will not be tolerated. What has been going on in YouTube, what is going on in YouTube, has nothing to do with me, has no bearings whatsoever in my life. It brings nothing of quality in my life. Each any and everybody is welcome to this page, but the nonsense will not be tolerated. I am not talking about none of that bull crap that's going on out there in the YouTube street. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with me. I don't talk about it. I don't visit pages to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care about it. So this page is going to be more so about just me talking. And if nobody don't come, I'm coming on here every single morning. I am going to start coming on here every single morning at 7 o'clock on the dot. And I'm going to talk about whatever God has put in my spirit. And by then, that'll be helping me get up and read my daily bread, read my words from God, just to get a word from God every morning. And I will be sharing what I have read with everybody. What God has for me is for me, and what God got for anybody else is for them, because God is amazing. God is beautiful. God is compassionate. God is divine. God is everything. God is faithful. God is gracious. God is hopeful. There's hope in God. God is eternal. God is joyous. God is the King of kings, Lord of lords. God is loving. He's merciful. He can non-stop. He's over the top. He's pure. He's righteous. He's steadfast. God is all of that. He's tremendous. I wrote down the alphabets, and I wrote down everything that I thought that God was, everything I know that God is. That's what I wrote down. So I'm gonna leave, and maybe sometime during the day I'll pop back up. Maybe I'll pop back up tonight. Who knows? I don't know. Whenever the spirit hit me. But just in the meantime and in between time, I'm just going to leave a little something here for you. I'm just going to say this right here. Love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. I do not try to make sense out of negativity. I don't never try to make sense out of negativity. Never lose yourself while trying to hold on to someone or hold someone else up. The ones who don't care about losing you don't care about letting them go either. So, as again, in the meantime, in between time, if you see me, holler, peace out, deuces, and I love you, and I talk with you on the next go round. Holla!